Well, tonight, a stunning conclusion to the saga of lies, deception, and fraud from former New York Congressman George Santos. A federal judge sentencing Santos to more than 7 years in prison for charges of aggravated identity theft and wire fraud. Prosecutors say he fraudulently took COVID-19 unemployment benefits, misused campaign funds, and lied about his personal finances. He pleaded guilty to the charges back in August, you recall, and was ordered to pay restitution of $373,000. Also, he was expelled from Congress over ethics violations. Reporters inside the courtroom today say Santos was sobbing during his sentencing, telling the judge he, quote, betrayed the confidence entrusted in me. I cannot rewrite the past, but I can control the road ahead. I have tried my best. My next guest is a Navy veteran who alleges that he was scammed by Santos, saying the former congressman stole money from a GoFundMe for his dying dog. George Santos denies those allegations. Richard Ostaf joins me now. Richard, welcome back. You were in the courtroom today. What was it like, and why was it so important for you to be here, even though the case or the claims you have against him were not related to this one?
Well, my dog meant so much to me that I had to go there for her, to keep her name in his mind. I had a golden opportunity today, even after the court session was done, out in the parking lot where all the press was gathered. His lawyer got into the car last, and they allowed me a couple of seconds to get my head right inside the door and tell him, "You killed my dog, George." And I backed away. I was peaceful about it, and he looked me right in the eye when I said that. And I don't want him to forget what he did to me. I'm one of many people that he's done this stuff to, and I'm very proud about being vocal about it.
Did he, first of all, react to you when you said that? And if you can go backwards a little bit in the courtroom, can you just describe what you saw when that sentence was handed down?
He made a statement before the sentence, a few minutes before the judge actually made her closing remarks. And he was sobbing, blubbering. It was probably about a minute and a half long, his statements. I couldn't make out a word he said. I'm glad you guys just put it up on the Chiron, because I couldn't understand a word he said in the courtroom. I don't mean to be mean about it, but seeing him finally feel a sense of loss, now he kind of might figure out what I felt and what all these other people that he screwed over felt. He just lost 7 years of his life, and he was only expecting to lose 2. I think he learned something here. I really do. And it was really, really encouraging for me to watch, to see that. I was with a bunch of other victims in the courtroom, and we were all silently looking at each other, clapping our hands and stomping our feet whenever the judge would make another dig at him. She excoriated him in her statement.
And what was his reaction to each moment?
He had his head in his hands, and his lawyer had his left hand on George's back, rubbing his back the whole time. George was crying the whole time that the judge was talking, and she didn't pull any punches. She let him have it. And if it was anybody else that hadn't screwed me over and killed my best friend and my dog, I wouldn't have felt as good as I did. It was elating. I mean, to see him finally feel bad about something. And I'm sorry that it took a 7-year prison sentence and $580,000 coming out of his wallet for him to finally cry about something. And I don't even think those tears were real. I think he finally just figures he's getting punished, and that's what he's crying about in the courtroom. It's not because he hurt anybody. He doesn't care. I don't think he remembers me. That's why I come to these events, all of his appearances, is so that he'll see my face and he'll hear me. I've been to every one of his court appearances, and I have made myself heard.
Richard Ostaf, you have tonight as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Still ahead.